Good day everyone! So we are assigned to report the fundamentals of group dynamics of chapter 5. So before we begin, let me introduce ourselves first. My name is Ashley KT Lopez. This is Avril Aliera and Altea Belling. Introduction. In school and in community, people work together in groups to reach the common goals. This is called the group dynamics, which looks at how members behave, communicate, and influence each other. So in NSTP, understanding group dynamics is important because teamwork, leadership, and cooperation are needed to successfully carry out activities that serve both the school and in community. So let's proceed for the definition of a group. So a group is when two or more people interact with each other. Each person in a group knows the other and they affect each other's action or feelings. Being part of a group helps members feel like they belong and we are working toward a common goal. For example, a group of students working together on a science project. They talk, share ideas, and help each other finish the task. Another example is a basketball team. Basketball team is also a group because all of the players knows each other, communicate, and work together to win the games. So basically, a group is formed when people connect, communicate, and share a purpose or a goal. Dynamics. So a group dynamics means how people behave and interact inside a group. It studies that forces that change how the group works and how members get along in one another. So the word dynamics comes from the Greek word dominas, which means the force. This shows how strong and complex the relationship and actions in a group can be. So example of this is in a class group activity, some students become a leader, and some are shy, and others are hardworking. These different roles and behaviors show group dynamics. Another example in the workplace team. So if one person is lazy, it may affect how others feel in work. They also part of the group dynamics. So in simply a term, a group is when the people working together. So a group dynamics is what happens inside a group, how they communicate, cooperate, and sometimes argue. So, sa research ni Elton Mayo showed nga ang people work better when they feel recognized and have a good social connections. This is called the Hawthorne effect, which means nga ang workers do better when they get attention and feel valued. Sa research ni Kurt Lewin, on the other hand, found out nga ang leaders who let everyone share ideas or what we call the democratic leaders create happier and more effective groups. So both studies how the teamwork improves and when people feel included, respected, and connected. So let's now proceed for the two types of group, which is the primary group and secondary group. So first is a primary group. So primary group is made up of people who are very close to each other. These are your family members, best friends, or loved ones. You spend a lot of time with them, talk to them face to face, and share your feelings and experiences. The relationship is primary group is deep, personal, and full of trust and care. For example, your family at home, your closest group of friends, or support group where people share emotions and help each other. And next is the secondary group. So, a secondary group is more formal based on goals or tasks, not personal feelings. These groups are made of people who work together for a certain purpose, like classmates doing a project or co-workers in an office. So, ang members ani of a secondary groups may not be close personally, but they cooperate to achieve something together. For example, imong classmates sa eskwelahan, or ang basketball team, or your co-workers in a company. So, in simpler word, ang primary group is people you are close to emotionally, like imong family or imong best friends. Ang secondary is ang people you work or study with to reach a goal, like imong classmates or co-workers.
So next, let's talk about kind of formal group. So what is formal group? A formal group is an organized group that is officially created by an organization, school, or company to achieve a specific goal or task. It has a clear structures, assigned rules, and a leader who gives directions. Members have responsibility and follow certain rules or guidelines. So these are the three kinds of formal group. First is command group, second task group, and third functional groups. So let's talk about first command group. What is command group? These are official groups set up by an organization, usually with a clear leader and team members who reported directly to them. So in another explanation, these are official group is an organized with leader and member who reported directly to them. Give you one example of command. A teacher or a leader and the class officer. So, ang teacher kay leader siya and the class officers are the members in the school or a manager with their team in a company. Second group is task groups. These groups are formed to achieve a specific, limited goal within a certain time once the task is done. The group often dissolves. So, these groups are created to finish a specific goal or project within a set time. When the task is done, the group is ended. I will give you one example of task group. A committee formed to plan the school foundation day or an event organizing team. Next is functional groups. These are ongoing groups created by an organization to handle specific continuous tasks or responsibilities. They keep working even after initial goals are met. These groups are permanent or longer term and continue to handle ongoing tasks or responsibilities. So I will give you one example of functional groups. The school administration office staff or the finance department in a company.
So next is the kinds of informal groups. So there are three kinds of informal groups. First is interest groups, second is friendship groups, and third is reference groups. So what is interest groups? So interest groups, these groups come together because members share a common hobby, passion, or specific interest. They last as long as the shared interest does and are not usually tied to work or normal or formal goals. So, ang example ani kay kanang students come together to do a group study. So, next is the friendship groups. So, friendship groups formed by individuals who genuinely enjoy each other's company, often sharing similar social activities, beliefs, or values. The main goal is simply to spend time together and enjoy the bond. So, ang example ani kay mag-jam mo sa mga friends dayon, magsabot mo if asa mo manglaag. So, next is the reference groups. So, these are groups that people look to when evaluating their own attitudes, beliefs, and behavior. We compare ourselves to them to understand if our actions and values are acceptable or to guide our choices. So, ang example ani niya kay mga influencer or group of relihiyon o usa ka mga tawo nga nitan sa to as a model. So, in conclusion, as a human beings, we are inherently social creatures. We need the companionship and support that others provide. By nature, we seek to form groups, creating communities where we belong and thrive. Beyond permanent groupings like family, we also form temporary groups for various reasons. Whether it's for religious activities, economic endeavors, or political action, Forming groups is essential for every person because they provide companionship and support throughout life. However, for any group to function smoothly, it's important to have rules and guidelines in place. This ensures that everyone can contribute effectively and that group achieve its goals while maintaining a positive environment for all members. That is, thank you.